Hi, my name is Dr. Deb Crislip-Baker, and I am the Learning Strategies Department Chair and Professor here at Victoria College. In our last video, we concluded our series on the research process. In this video, we are exploring how to effectively present your research to your intended audience. We have been through the entire research process, and now it's time to share that information with others. After all, the whole point of doing research is to make a difference, right? And in order to do that, we have to effectively and engagingly share our research with others. When I return, I'll give you a few tips on how to do exactly that. Victoria College's Total Learning Center presents Dr. Deb Explains, Creating Effective Presentations. There are 3 basic ways to present your information to your audience. You can write a paper, give a speech, or you can create a visual presentation. Since you have already written a paper for the intended audience of your instructor, you have a choice of presenting your information to a different audience, either through a speech or a visual presentation. Regardless of the method you use, you must always remember to tailor your information to your intended audience, the person or people you hope will read or listen to your information, and your intended purpose. Why you are presenting this information to these people. For our purposes, your intended audience includes your fellow college students or your classmates. And your purpose is to share your research findings on how students can be successful academic performers in college. If you choose to give a speech, remember these key items. First, you want to look directly at your audience. While you may have note cards, you don't want to be reading your note cards as you stand in front of your classmates or record yourself standing in the room alone. You want to use your cards as reminders, so only jot down the most important items that you don't want to forget, but don't read directly from the cards. Look down at the notes quickly and deliver your speech to the audience as you look them directly in the eye or the camera. While you may use visual aids, they are not the main part of your presentation. Your words are, so use them sparingly. Next, you want to make sure that you have a nice, clear speaking voice that is well modulated and easy to understand. Don't speak too quickly, or too slowly, too loudly, or too softly. You want your voice to be like Goldilocks, just right. Finally, watch your posture. Stand up straight and don't slouch. While you may gesture with your hands, don't do it too much. Use hand gestures to make a point, not to fidget and make yourself and your audience uncomfortable. Now, if giving a speech scares the bejesus out of you, you could choose to give a visual presentation instead. In this case, you are going to use presentation software like Keynote or PowerPoint to create your presentation. And just like a speech, there are key items to keep in mind for your visual presentation as well. First, it's called a visual presentation for a reason. The visuals or pictures should tell the story. Therefore, you should not have a lot of text in your presentation. Design your presentation with pictures and use your voice to tell a story. And since the key is the visuals, you need to make sure that you use the visuals correctly. Your pictures must be clear and appropriate for the subject. Don't use jarring colors or text that is hard to read if you use text. And if you use animations or transitions, make sure they are tasteful and appealing. Your pictures are not going to be able to tell the whole story for you, so you will have to either narrate your slides or record yourself explaining what the slides are. The camera should be on the visual presentation and not on you, so it doesn't matter how you look. However, your voice should be clear and easily heard and understood. Remember, the most important point is to share your information in an engaging way. You put a lot of hard work and effort into your research, and you want to share that information with other students. However, if you are boring or off-putting, no one is going to want to hear what you have to say, so all of your research is in vain. This concludes our series on the research process for this semester. I hope that all of you have learned a lot and can now share your information with future college students. If you want to know more about how to survive college, click subscribe and hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos as Dr. Deb explains.